And we are here at the BBNJ conference at Radisson Hotel in Trinidad and Tobago, the first of its kind here in our sweet island of Trinidad and Tobago. And I am privileged to be joined with Miss Jaleen West from the Fowl Trust right here in TNT. Ms. West, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So we're going to jump into it. I pulled you from the screening, so I'm trying to get you back as soon as possible.
No problem.
But can you tell me, what are your thoughts on the screening? So we, just for the public, we are showing a screening of Oceans by Sir David Attenborough, international conservationist.
Yes.
So, Ms. West.
Well, I always say I grew up on Sir David Attenborough, all his documentaries. Even at the Fowl Trust, that's something that we incorporate in our education programs.
Yes.
So right now it's July, August, so we have volunteers, we have interns from different tertiary levels. So these are things that we would highlight to them and showcase.
Yes. I am always, the inner child in me comes out with Sir David Attenborough because, like you said, I grew up with my brother and I looking at these documentaries, and 9 out of 10 times it's Sir David Attenborough narrating.
You know that voice.
Yes, so distinctive. We in Trinidad and Tobago, we have not signed nor ratified the BBNJ treaty. What benefits would come from Trinidad signing on and ratifying this treaty?
Well, I'll emphasize something that I heard the Honorable Minister said earlier, and Trinidad and Tobago has lovely policies.
Yes.
And this will just be an additional one. Our island, we're islands. We're surrounded by sea and ocean, and definitely the Caribbean, I always say, is a unique place.
Yes.
So to have this treaty and all the benefits of protection and procedures when it comes to fishing and all of that will definitely be beneficial for us and for future generations.
Yes. I know when persons think of the Fowl Trust, though, they would not necessarily think about ocean and marine just because of the name, but that's actually a myth, so to speak, because you are also focus heavily on conservation. So can you tell us what is the Fowl Trust doing to help promote the signing of the BBNJ treaty, but just in conservation as well?
Well, the first step today is being here, being present, and letting them know that we are backing them, right? We want this to happen. What people forget is that Fowl Trust is a man-made wetland area, but wetlands in general is connected to our oceans.
Yes.
Right? And part of our education programs is not just wetlands, not just forest areas, but everything environmental. Yeah, so we push the education part, especially with the youth. Yeah,
I remember my first time at the Fowl Trust, just amazed at the quality, the nature, that connection that we have, and just blown away.
Thank you.
But definitely, do you think that the conversation needs to be more on a national level instead of happening in pockets of society? So like today, for example, you would have seen that we brought government, CSOs, corporate Trinidad and Tobago, so that collective and that partnership approach. What would you say to that? Is there more that needs to be done in that regard?
So I always say focus on the schools.
Yeah.
Right? We have these conferences, we have these screenings at a higher level, but let's go to the schools.
Yes.
I was actually found out just last year that I think Asha Boys in San Fernando, they actually have a scuba diving group. And, you know, so they're exposed. And I always say one thing I realize that our youths lack is exposure.
Yeah.
So we have to give them that in order for them to be interested.
I'm actually an alumni of Asha Boys San Fernando. So they,
and I'm Asha Gills.
So they do have scuba diving and reef conservation club. And they actually go and get rid of the land fish on the reefs because, as you know, it's an invasive species, damaging the ecosystem there amongst the reef. So, Ms. West, we thank you for joining us.
No problem.
We're going to get you back into the show. But thank you, and we are glad to have the Fowl Trust on board with us.
No problem at all. Thank you.